So in this video we will see the chapter 6, which is triangle and its properties. So in this chapter altogether there are 7 subheadings. So it starts off with what's a triangle, classification of triangle, what's the median and altitude of the triangle, exterior angle property, angle sum property, triangle inequality property, and Pythagoras property. So 4 properties, and then you have the introduction. So now let's see what is meant by a triangle. So triangle can be defined as a closed curve made of 3 line segments. So what is meant by a line segment? A line AB can be said as a line segment if it has 2 endpoints. So suppose if this is the endpoint 1 and this is the endpoint 2, then I can tell that the line AB is a line segment. So a triangle is defined as a, so in this here we have a triangle ABC, which can be defined as a closed curve made of 3 line segments. So what are the line segments? Line segment AB, line segment BC, and line segment AC. Basically the triangle will have 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. So everything, it has 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. So what are the 3 sides? You have the side AB, BC, and AC. So the 3 sides will be AB, BC, and AC. So what are the 3 angles? You will be having angle A, angle B, angle C. So it can be written as angle BAC, angle ACB, and angle ABC. So you have 3 angles and the 3 vertices. So what is meant by a vertex? The common point where the 2 lines meet or line segments meet. So the 3 vertices, common points are A, B, and C. So I am repeating it once again. The triangle is a closed curve made of 3 line segments. It has 3 sides, 3 angles, and 3 vertices. So next we can see the classification of the triangle. The classification of the triangle is based on sides as well as angles. Based on the sides, it can be classified again into 3 types. One is called as equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle, and scalene triangle. So first one is equilateral triangle. What is meant by an equilateral triangle? If we have the 3 sides of the triangle same, then I can tell that it is an equilateral triangle. Whereas the isosceles triangle, it has only 2 sides same of equal length, then it is called as an isosceles triangle. And the last one, scalene triangle, which does not contain any equal sides, that is the 3 sides will have different lengths, then it is called as a scalene triangle. So based on the angles, the triangle is divided into, first one is called as an acute angle triangle. So if the angle is less than 90 degree, so say if it is 60 degree, which is less than 90 degree, then I can tell that it is an acute angle. Second one is your obtuse angle, which is greater than 90 degree. So say if it is 120 degree, then I can tell that it is an obtuse angle. And the last one is the right angle triangle, which has an angle of 90 degree, which is perpendicular angle, then it is called as a right angle triangle. So these are the classification of the triangle. So the second topic is also done. Now we have the third topic, that is the median and the altitude. So what is meant by a median and altitude of the triangle? So we can take this as an example. So in this triangle ABC, there are 2 extra lines with a red color. So we can see that the line segment AE, the line AE, which is drawn from the vertex A directly perpendicular to the opposite line segment, is called as the altitude. So the line AE, which is drawn, which is perpendicular to the opposite side, is called as its altitude of the triangle. Whereas you have the line AD, so you have a line drawn, a line which is drawn from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side, is called as the median. So in this case, the line AD is called the median of the triangle. So the opposite side is nothing but, opposite side of the vertex A is nothing but BC. So the midpoint of BC is taken as D. So if D is the midpoint of side BC, a line which is drawn from the vertex A to the opposite side is called as its median. So the next topic is exterior angle of the triangle and its properties. So the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the interior angles to its opposite side. So let us take an example of a triangle ABC with interior angle small a, small b, small c. If we extend the line C to a point D, the angle ACD can be called as its exterior angle. That is, the angle which is outside the triangle will be called as an exterior angle. So in this case, the exterior angle, I have taken it as small x. So x will be equal to the sum of the interior angles to its opposite side. So the interior angles opposite to the x is B and C. So x is equal to b plus c. So similarly, you can extend this in either any of the three vertices. Either through A you can extend the line, B you can extend the line. So you can extend the line here. So the proof will be given in the further videos. So this is called as the exterior angle of the triangle and its properties. Next one is the angle sum property. If we take the same example as above, we take a triangle ABC, the angle sum property states that the sum of the interior angles of the triangle will always be equal to 180 degree. So if I take the interior angles as x, y and z, so x plus y plus z will always be equivalent to 180 degree. So this is called as the angle sum property. So now we have seen what is a triangle, classification of triangle, median and altitude, exterior angle of the triangle and its property, and the angle sum property. Next, we move on to the triangle inequality property. So in this case, triangle inequality states that the sum of the two sides of the triangle should be greater than the third side. So if we want a triangle, or if we want to draw a triangle, this condition should be satisfied. So the condition is sum of the two sides of the triangle should be greater than the third side. So suppose if I take a triangle of length 10 centimeter, and if I take the second side as 2 centimeter and the third side as 3 centimeter, there is a problem that it may not join together. So you can try it. So such case is not applicable. You can't form a triangle. So that's why you have a property which is called such that the sum of the two sides of the triangle should be greater than the third side. Suppose we take an example A, B, C. So in this example A, B, C, the side AB is equal to 6, BC is equal to 4 and AC is equal to 5. So if I take the combination of the two sides, so this will be the two sides. So the combinations will be 6, 5, 6, 4, 5, 4. So suppose if I take the first combination, two sides is 6 and 5. What is the third side? The third side is the third side value is 4. So 4 is the third side. So as per the property, the sum of the two sides. So if I take the sum to 5 plus 6, 11, 11 which is greater than 4. So addition of two sides will give you 11, which is 11 is greater than 4. Similarly, the other two sides 5 and 4, so the third side will be equal to 6. So 5 plus 4, 9, which is greater than, again greater than 6. Similarly 6 plus 4, 10, which is greater than 5. So you will be having, the condition is being satisfied, so you can form a triangle. This is called as a triangle inequality theorem. And finally you will have a Pythagoras property. So Pythagoras property states that in a right angle triangle, the sum of the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of its leg. So suppose if it is, the condition here is it should be a right angle triangle. So I have taken an example, right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at B. So the opposite side of the right angle will be your hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse square is equal to the sum of the square of its legs. The legs are the other two sides. So AC square is your hypotenuse. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. You can also define it in another way. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus the base square. So it can be described in any way. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus the base square. So this is called as the Pythagoras property. So totally